So how would you personally sum up your first season at the Tigers?
First season, a lot of learnings.
Hello and welcome to Win, Learn or Draw.
The Tigers don't lose.
The win or they learn.
Learn a crocodile roll for our life.
Win and learn from it.
What better person to learn from?
Oh, what are they teaching this place?
Let's go!
Oh, you want me to start? As it was your birthday yesterday.
Thanks,
More than
mate.
happy to.
Appreciate it.
Also, Maddie's birthday last week. Did you know?
Yeah.
On Monday.
What, when we were in here?
Yeah.
Did we wish him happy birthday?
Nope. Timmy did it on the show. We all jumped on then.
Oh, shit. Happy birthday, Matty.
Nah.
Thanks, mate.
Couple of Aries boys.
It's one of shout out to Aries. It's one of those things though. It's like it was so funny. Like you were talking about having a Tigers game at your birthday, and then you were talking about your birthday, and I was thinking, but it is my actual birthday. But I don't want to. But I didn't want to say anything.
Don't say.
No.
Oh, God.
Like how magoo is it to say, oh, it's actually my birthday?
Oh, by the way, guys, it's my birthday today.
Letting everyone know. Ding, 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 ding.
Especially when I turned 31. Like, could you get a more insignificant birthday?
Yeah.
Mitch
Maybe
Moses.
34, which I'm turning in a couple of weeks.
36.
What were you?
36.
36 years young.
Yep.
They grow up so fast, don't they?
Mm.
I reckon leave all that in. That's been a good start
Yeah,
to the
that
show.
was fun.
People enjoy the birthday chat, I reckon.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Or make it exclusive to the 05 Club.
Yeah. We've got to set that up
Yeah, definitely.
one of these days.
One of these.
Welcome to the show, people. We learn or draw. Tigers podcast, because we never lose. We either win or we learn. Or in this case, we teach. Out at Combank Tech. Did a job on him. 22-20. Never in it. Nice, easy watch as well, wasn't it?
Really, really, high standard of footy.
Yep.
Low drama.
Yep.
Just kind of went there, got the job done. Very kind of machine-like, Penrith Panthers-like. Just go in, lead from the front,
Yep.
make it easy.
Ground him into the dirt.
Yep.
Which is that's what we do. The West Tigers. Great win, a great performance, very exciting and a fitting way to cap off what was a wonderful 36th birthday for you as well.
It was one of the greatest days of my life, apart from that Leichhardt game where we beat the Cowboys 66-18.
Yep.
I honestly couldn't have asked for a better result. Like you said, maybe an easier 85 minutes of footy to watch would have been nice. It started quite interestingly. We went to the Woolpack for a couple of pre-game
We did.
bevies. You might be able to tell I've had
West Tigers beers. You do sound
Quite-
like doing this. You showed today with Darren Lockyer, folks.
quite a few birthday bitters. But we went to the Woolpack, settled in, got a nice $20 rump.
Yep. Shop around.
Now I'm
You'd
a
have
little-
to pay the surcharge.
I was going to say, I'm a little bit disgruntled about the last 4 days about how many surcharges I've had to pay. So Albo's come out and he's going to wipe the credit card surcharge from October, right?
G'day, Australia.
Which I'm absolutely stoked about. So this public holiday surcharge, and some places, we went to a cafe in Kiama, some places even have weekend surcharges now as a cafe. Explain that to me.
Yeah.
Your business is essentially doubling or tripling because everyone has the day off. Yeah, maybe you got to pay your staff more. I get that, but you've got more money coming in.
Yeah.
So like retail stores, right? Say like a Harris scarf, probably a poor example, but say like I've been down the coast on the weekend. They've got a Harris scarf.
Oh, you're buying some haberdashery and
Yeah. So you're in there to buy some linen.
yeah, Manchester.
Now the person behind the counter is absolutely getting time and a half there on the public holiday, but I'm not paying a surcharge on that linen.
No.
So I don't really understand why every hospitality venue I go to chucks 15% on when I'm only there because it's a public holiday.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had a few beers and we get to the ground and we realize that we've gotten GA and there's 6 of us and there's no chance all 6 of us are sitting together because
It was a zoo in the GA area. We got in there about half an hour before the game. You think, enough time to find a bit of real estate. Looked up and it was like, good luck even finding a spare seat, let alone 6.
Genuinely. And I guess we're used to something like a hill in the GA, right? Where you just kind of, shoulder your way into a spot.
Yeah.
These are like allocated seats, but unallocated seats. So it's like sit wherever you want, but that is unorganized chaos.
Yep.
And it turned out that
And there's a lot of, we're saving these for someone, and I know
Yeah.
these ones are taken, even though there's nothing on them.
Yeah,
A lot of that.
paraphernalia
Yeah.
draped across some seats.
Yep.
So anyway, we get, and I see about
Nice.
6 or 7 in there, 6, 7 seats in a row, untouched. And I go,
The Veronicas.
I go, how good's this? I walk up there And the lady goes, I wouldn't go in there. It's the biggest pile of spew you've ever seen in your life. And now I'm pretty desperate at this stage, Matty. I go, do you reckon if I went down and got some paper towels and cleaned it up, we could sit there? She goes, yeah, but that's on you. About to be on me. Get there, go down, get some paper towels, come back up. Someone's put some Parra flags over the spew.
How fitting.
And I was like, oh, that's worse.
Bit rough on the spew.
Yeah, I know. So then eventually out of nowhere, like the three wise men following the North Star, these 3 cleaners come in and just whip it away in about 30 seconds, put some sand on it. And then, so the sand soaks up the spew and then they can just sweep it into the...
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, we've got a whole row of seats there, hunky-dory for us to sit in. Smelled a little bit.
Yep.
No worse than Parra's performance.
I was going to say,
yeah.
that would have been the Parra fans or their performance.
Yeah. So we ended up sitting next to one another, which was a great result, and the rest is history.
Yeah. It was packed out there, but it was pumping as well. Exciting, a good vibe out there. Full house, sold out, which you love to see as well, as that game always should be. It's a good rivalry, that one, a good kind of appointment viewing Easter Monday. You know, those 2 teams are going to play, and rarely does that game let you down with a blowout one way or the other. You know?
Yeah. It's appointment viewing, isn't it? A lot of people have the day off, maybe go watch it in a pub.
Yep.
Paying 15,
prepared to pay a surcharge.
paying 15% more than they should.
One thing I will say about the surcharge, if you're going to enforce it, maybe pop another staff member or 2 on.
Yeah.
Because we queued up for what? We stood in a line for 20 minutes. Don't get me wrong, it was a great $22 rump as it ended up being with the surcharge. But we got to the front and then waited, just like stopped there for 15, 20 minutes to
Easily.
get served.
Yeah.
As they were kind of running around, you know, doing a great job in the kitchen
They
there.
were.
But they could have used an extra set of hands. And with all those surcharges getting kicked in, I reckon they probably could have afforded someone else back there if they were passing that onto the staff.
Ignatius Parsi.
Ignatius Parsi. Didn't
So-
play for either team playing yesterday, but respect to him. Nonetheless.
I noticed you got your members hat on.
Got it on.
Mine's just here. It doesn't quite fit my head.
Yep.
It's a bit tall on my head, I think.
Ah, yes. Your hat looks fantastic as well.
Thank you. Yeah, there were a few rocking around Combank School of Performing Arts yesterday.
There were.
They're-
winlearnordrawd.shop if you want to get your own.
They're getting to that stage where they're iconic, the black cord hats.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many more we're going to do, though.
Yeah. Get on there.
Get on there.
June 30 deadline. What are we thinking?
June 30 deadline sounds perfect. Let's bring it
Everything
back.
I'm calling it now. Making an announcement now. Everything on winlearnorddraw.shop right now in its current form.
Yep.
June 30 deadline. And then it's coming off. And then we need to think about some other stuff. Maybe winlearnorddraw Jock strap to get around Jock Madden.
I like it.
Yep.
Yep. Some linen, Win Learn or Draw linen
Yep. Like it.
at Harris Scar. Let me get on the phone to Harris Scar.
I'll leave it with you.
So, Matty, how was your weekend? I'm assuming you watched the game.
I did watch the game. Watched it at home
Yep.
yesterday. I was just about to say the GA problem is never a problem with me at South games because there's always 75,000 spare seats. I'm a bit weird. Like I can't buy GA tickets. I'm always thinking about where I'm gonna sit.
Yeah.
Hours before the game. So I like to not for some reason. I got a reason. I'm going to Manly versus Eels in a few weeks, which is pretty random. And yeah, I can't buy tickets to the hill. I can't do it.
Not a hill guy?
Nah, I'm not. It's not that I don't like the hill. I like standing on the hill, but Manly Eels is going to be jammed, for example.
Yep.
And I want to get there 5 seconds before kickoff, and I want to sit in my seat.
Yeah. You want
No,
good brewery beers.
yeah, exactly right. Anyway, I watched the game yesterday at home, and I don't support either team, and I was going through the roller coaster.
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. At the start, I thought, wow, Parra going to flog them here. As is the theme this year. By halftime, I was
Crazy.
like, the Tigers are back. And then it would just and then the second half was just full of absolute drama. And then I was saying off camera, I was watching it with my fiance, and normally as a neutral fan, I think everyone can relate to this. You kind of have a feel who you think's going to win, or at least you can predict what's going to happen. And I guess on the Eels side, I was like, oh, maybe Moses will try to kick a field goal. But in the Tigers team, I was like, well, it probably is Jock Madden, but like it could be Adam Dewey, Kenjareen Buller kick field goals. Like what's going to happen?
Fine.
Yeah, what's going to happen here? And I was like, I can't call this. I have no idea. And yeah, it was a bit of it wasn't an anticlimactic ending because it was still so drama fueled
Mm.
because the theme of the game, obviously we'll get to, was, the refs and certain people blowing up at the refs, and that kind of carried on until the end of the game. So it was kind of a fitting end, but mate, it was probably the game of the year so far, I
Yeah.
reckon.
From a drama perspective.
Yeah,
Probably
I
not
think so.
quality wise.
Oh, not
right?
quality wise. That was I was saying before. I think there was a 10-minute period where there was not one completed set.
Oh yeah.
It was ordinary, wasn't it?
Yeah, but nah, just it's what rugby league's all about.
Yeah, we were saying that in the Orange Room. Very famous rugby league game in the fact that it was such low quality but such high drama. Like
Yep.
that's exactly
What a
what you
combo.
subscribe for, right?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. Thanks, PVL. One of the best. Just funny you mentioned that about the script, the blueprint that we seem to be following all of the last 3 weeks
Yeah.
is concede to
Yep.
like 10-0 and about 25, 30 minutes in, just flick a switch. We were saying Benji must give like a subtle nod to the boys to just finally switch on and then all of a sudden
Start playing,
bang,
yeah.
bang and lead at half time.
Yeah.
What's going on there, you reckon?
I don't know. It's interesting. A friend of the show, Tyson Jackson, asked Benji about it in the press conference. He's like, "What's going on with these? Your starts are so slow. What's the go?" Yeah, I don't know. We just seem to miss the jump a little bit. However, we kind of hang in there, and it's never more than probably about 2 tries. We kind of give up and let them get away. They just seem a little bit more. I don't know. And I know Benji doesn't like talking about last year and all that sort of stuff, but years gone by, that would have just snowballed and kept going. But for whatever reason, now they're able to kind of wrestle it back a little bit. They don't freak out, and they're able to kind of, get the arm wrestle back on their terms a little bit. I don't have an answer for why they start so slow, but yeah, it's happened every week so far, basically.
Yeah, and Matty said it looked like it was going to get ugly.
Did.
Like it was same thing as the South game, same thing as the Warriors game. It was like, oh God, this is not looking good. But it's that, and I think it goes back to that fitness thing where like we are just outlasting. We're getting to the 30-minute mark, and Royce and Sione Finu come on, and we're just pumped and ready to go, and they're plateauing a little bit, the other team. They've put it all into the first 25, 30 minutes. So just a stat here for you. Now, I don't know if we got a stat correction on this, but apparently we've scored 7 tries in the final 30 to 40 minute of first half.
Wow.
There are reports it was 9 tries.
I think it's 9.
Okay, I'm going to back you.
I'm
Yep.
going to Google it while you guys talk.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure it was 2 against the Cowboys,
Yep.
2 against South,
Yep.
3 against the Warriors, and 2 yesterday.
Wow.
Far
Those
out.
numbers are 9.
Love
40
that.
minutes of footy,
But I'll
9
check. I'll
tries.
check.
Best team in the comp between the 30th and 40th minute.
Almost the best team in the comp, flat out.
Yeah.
Hammy, we're second.
Yes. Take the caveats off.
Like
Panthers daylight than us.
Panthers, we saw it. There were a few Panthers fans out there yesterday
Yeah.
saying, see you in October.
Having a look at there, just checking out their grand final opposition, which
Yeah.
is smart. That's why they're so good. They plan quite a way ahead, the Panthers, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. Yeah, trying to see our tactics. I like how we've gone away from playing like them. Kind of play our own brand of footy now. And it was
Benji ball.
evident to see. That was tackle 1 of the set of 6, by the way.
Yeah.
Of the 6 again.
Just like the fast finishing in the first. It's great. We've spoken about it a couple of times on this show, but the 5 minutes, particularly leading into halftime and the 5 minutes after, used to be our Achilles heel. Right now, the Achilles heel is probably the first 10 minutes of the game. If we can fix that up, you'd probably rather that be your worst part of the game than the moments, leading in and just coming out of halftime, because that's where it can really get away from you. If you're giving up a little bit early and you're kind of mowing it down, I feel like that's a little bit more sustainable.
Well, we're noticing that in the world of almost rugby with the 6 agains, where it's almost, I think Dom, mate, I was sitting with yesterday, was saying,
Fishmonger Dom.
Yep.
The fishmonger.
FMD, the fishmonger, this fish scooper. He was saying it's almost like back in the 40s when it was unlimited tackles.
Yeah.
Because, it's like basically a 6 again every set.
Yep.
I don't know. I've pulled that out of my hat. But it feels like once you get the momentum, you keep the momentum. So if we're kind of, lapsing in that first 25, 30 minutes, but then coming home with a wet sail at the end of the first half and just building that momentum into halftime, Benji's obviously going to have a far better chat than if we're leading 10-0 and are down 12-10 like the other teams are. So, yeah, I prefer it this way.
Yep, I'm with you.
So just a correction. So, the first game against the Cowboys, it was Pierce Paul's second try. That was in the 32nd minute. Then Luke Laulili was also, so that's 2.
Yeah.
The South game, I'm pretty sure it was Fainu and Dewey.
Yeah.
The Warriors game was, who was the debut winger again? Tavana, Royce Hunt, and Pierce Paul again.
Yep.
So that's 3. Yesterday, Dewey's try was actually in the 29th minute, but, let's count
We'll
it.
count that.
So there's that one, and then who scored after that? Whoever scored just before halftime yesterday.
That was, I've got it here.
That was Buller.
Buller.
Yeah, so 9 or 8. 8 or 9.
8 to 9.
Yeah.
8.5.
8.5.
Very, very good stuff. You mentioned Luke Laulili there. We're going to move on to him in tackle 2 right now. He's going to get his own tackle because there was so much drama around him yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Still a bit of a problem with his handling.
Yes.
Plenty of drop ball, some horrible defensive decisions. That one where he ran up and tackled Macassini.
Yeah.
And Jock Madden was there covering as well. It was very, very ordinary rushing in there.
Not great.
We'll have a week off as a result of the foul play. Or was it foul play?
Yeah, I thought a little bit. I mean, obviously, Bailey Simonson, horrible injury. Never like to see that.
No. We do wish him the best here on the Win, Learn or Draw podcast.
Absolutely.
That looked gruesome.
Absolutely. It was a bad fall that was kind of contesting, competing for the ball. I thought that's all it was.
Yep.
Very unfortunate circumstances, but I feel like if everyone comes down and everyone lands fine and they're okay, there's not even a penalty there. I think it was just, it wasn't really like, he didn't hit him in the head and it was like a head injury or something like that. It was just going up, competing for the ball, a bit of an awkward land on the leg. And that's kind of where it got to. Mitch Moses did a bit of freelance refereeing as well. One of his many moments for the day there. Got up in the referee's face and the close talker, I'm going to call him yesterday, up in the face.
Seinfeld.
So he basically blew up, and off the back of that, he got put in the bin for 10 minutes, which I thought was a bit harsh.
Now, the result of a crime often isn't seen as the punishment. It's the intention, right?
Yeah.
So the intention there from Luke Laulili was to never break his leg.
Yep.
He was barely even to hurt him. They're going up, like you said, contesting a ball. So if the result of the play determines the penalty, that's not really how it works, right?
No.
That is never a sin binnable offence, tackling someone in the air. Unless there was an adequate description. Matty, I don't know if you heard anything on the telly. Did Peter Goff say something like you put him in a dangerous position, which he didn't really either, but...
No. To be fair to the ref, the penalty was blown immediately. So the penalty was a penalty straight away.
Tackle in the air. I completely agree.
Yeah. It wasn't a sin bin, as you said, until the kind of push and shove happened. And then the sin bin came later, and it was obviously a reaction to the injury. And it's, as a neutral fan, I'm kind of sympathise with both sides a little bit, because I'm like, it's not a sin bin, because as you said, a tackle in the air is never a sin bin. Obviously, it was an accident, but it was foul play, and he did get injured pretty badly. So I'm like, I reckon I'm more happier with a week suspension than the sin bin. I reckon the sin bin was very harsh.
Well, cost us dearly.
Yeah.
Tweedledee went nuts for about a 5-minute period.
His first and second touch in the NRL, he scored a try. Yeah.
28 seconds
Yeah. Crazy.
into his debut. He scored.
Yeah.
And what a try.
Yeah, that was a good.
Like,
Yeah, they
that's
were both very good tries. Credit where it's due.
Win, learn, or draw cord hat off to him. That was
Get yours
pretty
now,
impressive.
winlearnordrawpod.shop.
I reckon it's a tough one though. It's so tough no matter which way you look at it. And I get Tigers fans blowing up. I get Eels fans blowing up.
Yeah.
To the letter of the law, black and white rules, not a sin bin.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He got him pretty badly.
It's a bit of a grey area. Maybe introduce the 5 minutes in bid, although they did concede in the 5 minutes.
Yeah, would have
First
helped
5
us
minutes.
in this instance.
Okay, spare a thought for Sean Russell as well, who got KTFO and also got penalised and given a fine for that tackle on Macassini. Just quickly on
Tackled him with
Macassini.
his head.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, can't do that. Quickly on Macassini. Is he the toughest 19-year-old that's ever put on?
Is he even 19 yet?
He's
Yeah,
still
I think
I think they were calling him 18 yesterday on the call.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, then he's definitely the toughest 18-year-old. He gets jammed because he's so big.
Still 18.
They flog him and he just gets back up and plays the ball. He's tough as nails.
Machine. Even when he had, a couple of issues, last week, he didn't stop. He kept going at guys like, James Fisher-Harrison. He is, special. I can't wait to see when he's 22, 23, when he's fully filled out.
Scary stuff.
Going to be an absolute beast. He was good yesterday.
Do you remember a few years ago, or like 15 years ago, where Braithen Astor got punched by David Farlongo?
Yeah.
And then Braithen Astor got penalised?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what that reminded me of.
Yeah.
Sean Russell comes flying. And by the way, that was a sin bin all day. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Flying out of the line, gets knocked out, and then gets the penalty against him. Love it.
Imagine if he got binned, walking off, not knowing where he was. Quickly on the Laulili sin bin as well. What about those two blokes? I know Burmo at Hello Sport podcast really highlighted it.
Yeah.
How
Doing important work there, Burmo. Not letting him get away with it, which I appreciate.
That is some of the most dreadful behaviour I've ever seen in a rugby league ground.
So
and I've
gibbery.
seen some dreadful behaviour in a rugby league
Come and
ground.
meet us in the car park. I mean, honestly, and well played by the Tigers boys, just laughing at him going, what are you blokes going to do? Shout out to the NRL fanatic, friend of the show as well, who said, I went out to the car park after the game. The boys would nowhere to be seen.
He's a big boy too, the fanatic.
He would have had him covered.
He would have.
Him and Matty G would have sorted him out in the car park. But, geez, those blokes, God, they look they would have the biggest Sunday, Monday scaries, wouldn't they? Looking back at that vision, being like, what the hell were we doing?
Yeah, I actually commented on the Hello Sport podcast post exactly what Jerome Blue-Eye had written after Origin that time. Chill, you idiots have work tomorrow. Like, seriously.
Not anymore. I hope they got sacked for that.
That is just deplorable.
Disgraceful
behaviour.
stuff. They besmirched. Were they in the Cumberland Lounge? Were they in the...
Nah, they were front row, so
certainly
they're probably
hope not.
members, I'd say.
I don't want to see them anywhere near that thing on Win, Learn or Draw Ladies Day.
No.
Definitely not.
We have the reciprocal game coming up, don't we, where we host Parra.
Have we got the Eels again this year? That's a good question.
We might not.
We may not. I know we got the Dogs coming up. I
Yep.
think that might be. We've penciled that one in, Langy, as Win, Learn or Draw Ladies Day.
And Penrith, we play there twice as well.
Yeah.
They're
We do
home
play
game.
the Eels again, but not until the 2nd of August. So it's a while away.
Nice.
Yep.
So Laulili will get a 1 week ban, which we're probably all okay with. Give Skelton a crack.
Yeah.
Back at that left wing spot.
Well,
Now-
Skelton, I thought he was a bit hard done by in the first place. He did have a bit of a stinker against the Rabbitohs, but when he came on as a replacement at Leichhardt, ran 230 metres in 60 minutes. He's he's a great player. Laulili's got some errors in him and stuff as well. Every game he's had at least, I reckon, about 3 handling errors.
Yep.
Yesterday was no exception. So he did have some good runs and some good tough carries as well, but I don't know that we lose that much, getting Skelton in.
Yeah, if anything, we probably gain.
Yeah.
Because handling errors and defensive reads are some of Skelton's downfalls as well. But if Laulili's already doing him,
Yep.
you may as well chuck in the big body of Skelton.
That's right.
As an opposition.
Mariana Trench in full flight. Depth.
Yep.
People. Depth.
The MT in full flight. Okay, tackle 3 are always getting their own tackle these days because they are phenomenal.
Yep.
The JFTA Petrochemicals engine room.
Yep. Well played, boys.
Thanks, Matty. What about New South Wales?
New South Wales.
81 minutes.
Yeah. 81 of the best.
90 odd Supercoach points.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Shout out
Freaking-
to a friend of the show, Maxi Bryden, who I believe had him. Did he skipper him in his Supercoach team? He skippered 12 and he reaped the rewards.
Wow.
Love that. That's
stuff
eyes
from
up.
Maxi Bryden. That is eyes up.
Looking
stuff.
very fetching in his scarf to acknowledge that in the post that he had as well.
Oh.
Up at the Blue Mountains.
Maxi Bryden or Twal?
Bryden.
Okay.
Alex Twile would look fantastic in a scarf as well, for sure.
A Benny scarf.
Harris scarf.
Or Harris scarf. Yeah. Appy 56 tackles
How good.
for like the king of deception
Yep.
to have the attacking flair that he does and also amass 56 tackles is just incredible.
And a nice middle finger to all those people come Origin time and go, but he can't defend that well. That's why he doesn't get a run. 56 the best in the middle.
Tell you what, he loves getting penalised though, doesn't he? He's got a $3,000 fine for his little hip drop.
Oh, really?
I don't know how he keeps getting away without suspension, but he gets fined basically.
Don't say it
every
too
week.
loud. We need him.
That wasn't a hip drop. I mean, it looked like one, but he weighs 2 kilos. He didn't do any damage.
Yeah, it was a bit of a yelp from the Parra back rower there, wasn't it? Trying to get a penalty. Yeah.
Yep.
There are talks, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, that Sam Fainu and KPP might be our best back rower duo ever.
Tough to argue with it. I'm just trying to think. Other ones, Gareth Ellis, Liam Fulton, pretty good back in the
A lot
day.
of success during those days. So, yeah, you'd have to.
Yep.
Consider
I'm just
that.
trying to think.
Lawrence played a bit of back row then too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
During that
A
period.
bit later. LaFranchi and Mark O'Neill. Was that sort of premiership
Well, that's
winning
premiership
sort of
winning
era?
back row. Yeah, I
That's
mean,
not
it's
bad.
It's certainly top 05.
It
at
is
the very
top
least.
05. Top
Yeah.
05 back row pairings would be a great one to do. If I had have prepared one this week, I could have done that.
Spoiler.
Maybe I'll do it next week. But I'll tell you what, on potential, I mean, it's all there, isn't it? Sam Finu, unbelievable. I mean, the clutch kind of, the short kickoff. His catch there, Benji called him out at the press conferences. He's got the best hands in the club.
Yeah.
Does that a lot, kind of gets the ball back off short dropouts or kickoffs or whatever it might be. That was so important. We don't win the game without that happening with 2 minutes on the clock to go, 2 points behind.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And Kai pissed Paul yesterday. Rue described him many years ago as the English Sonny Bill Williams. We saw some glimpses of that yesterday. That where he put Buller over, just looking outside and then like offloading back inside.
Yeah.
With two or three guys hanging off him.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah, they're neither of them have missed a beat this entire year. I think when we signed KPP, he's doing exactly what we signed him for. Sam Finu had a blinder 2 years ago, bit of a quiet one last year, but now has stepped back into the potential that he has.
Yep.
Matty, I don't know, in the comp, where would you kind of rank them?
I
as
rank
far as-
Fainu so high.
Yep.
So against South when we were all there, every time he got near the ball, I held my breath, and as it turned out, he scored your first try against us.
Yep.
I've always highly rated him. Obviously, we need to see it for a few more weeks to really put it together. But geez, they're putting together some games, and
Hey, we're all about jumping the gun here, mate.
yeah. well, if you want to jump the gun, then sure. But no, isn't it funny how shackled he was at the Knights?
Crazy.
Shane Shackelford. The Love Shack.
The love shack.
He was shackled. It's amazing. Like as soon as he comes to the Tigers, they kind of go, no, we want to see your big offload. We want to see you running, hitting holes and all this sort of stuff.
Man, he scored 2 tries in his whole career at the Knights, and he scored 2 against the Cowboys.
Yep.
Yeah.
In his first game for the Tigers.
It's great seeing, for once, someone come to the Tigers and then they get their best footy out of him. Like we're seeing a little bit more of that at the moment with the players we're getting in, coming into the peak of their careers. As a
Even
fan.
Finu, we got him from Manly, remember? So
Absolutely.
yeah,
We got all 3 of them from Manly.
correct, Amundo.
Cop that,
And
Manly.
just on your point before about those 50-50 contested kind of dropouts and short kickoffs, from an eye test point of view, I reckon we used to lose 95% of them. And now we seem
that might be unders as well.
and now we seem to be winning most.
Yes.
Times they are changing.
Get around us.
So Real May just is basically pumping out stats, but going completely unnoticed because of how well the rest of the engine room's going.
And he's not out there for the full 80. They've pivoted. He's out there 54 minutes he played yesterday. Love to see that. Sustainable. You're going to get good footy out of him for the whole season. Now, last year he was unstoppable for the first 15 rounds probably. And then understandably, because he'd just been out there the whole time, probably quieting down a little bit towards the end of the year. But the way they're able to use him now, and again, it's the depth. You got guys that can come on and do a Royce Hunt. Unbelievable.
He is.
Rolls Royce.
He's taken another huge step
Yeah.
in the right direction this year, Big Royce.
Remember this time last year, how I can't remember if he even played early, but I remember looking at his reserve grade stats in round 5 or 6 around this time last year and thinking, this bloke's never going to play first grade again.
No.
What a bad signing that ended up being.
Well, he genuinely said when he signed with the Tigers, I was thinking about retiring until I got
Which I
Benji,
always love to hear when you
Benji called me. Love that.
What a turnaround.
But then, yeah, he was running like twice a game or something
Yeah.
in Reggies for the Maggies, and now he's just impact personified. Pole played really well. White headgear, another little headgear switch.
Yep.
Started with the white headgear.
Yes.
Flicked that off. Sione Finu, Royce we just mentioned. How good are these little Say-Barge cameos too?
Love it. And it's just a nice clear roll. It's like you're coming on for the last 15 minutes, you're just going to rip.
Yeah.
Which I like when everyone's out on their feet. Just, I don't know, when the fatigue sort of set in with the Say-Barge, we'd see him give away silly penalties, this and that. But, he's coming on when he's fresh at the end, a lot of impact, a lot of energy. And, he was out there right till the end yesterday when the whips were cracking. And I think they got on the back of him a few times, had some very strong direct runs, and love to see it.
Yeah, it
Did you
was
see
very
that,
good.
see that video of Say-Barge yesterday on the bench?
Yes, I was going to get to it in.
Okay, sorry. I'll leave.
Actually, no, we'll do it. We'll do it now. That's all good. He, had a bit of a Ben Stokes moment where he tried to spit but it didn't make it all the way out of his mouth. It just like sat on his lip and his chin, and then he like sucked it back up in the say barge.
Yeah, they should muzzle him. I told you they should muzzle him before they let him on to remove instances like that from happening. Just quickly before we go to tackle 4, I'll just read you out some KPP stats here. 85 minutes, 2 try assists, 2 line break assists, 13 runs, 46 tackles, 5 tackle breaks, 4 offloads.
Oh boy,
That's super coach godlike.
that's sexy stuff.
And then New South Wales, 81 minutes, 17 runs, 51 tackles, 5 tackle breaks, 3 offloads. Like
The thing that he's adding to his game now is the tackle breaks and the offloads. He always tackles really well, really well.
Greatest tackle efficiency in the NRL era, I believe.
Yes.
Said that at least 30 times yesterday to anyone that would listen.
Yep. Feel free to keep saying it. Love it. But the tackle breaks and the offload, you're seeing several of those every game so far this year.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
He is, kudos to the petrochemicals engine room.
Said it before, say it again, smoky for Origin. I know the Blues are stacked in the front rower middles department, but I wouldn't rule it out.
Honestly, pre-season we've been saying this. We said this before a ball was kicked in the NRL season. No one would listen to us. So if he makes Origin, I think, and Laurie, if you're listening, Hammy and I should be able to come into one of the days of Origin camp and congratulate Alex Twal.
Yes.
Because we've been calling it for months and months.
Yep. Well, I will be in camp due to a commercial sponsorship.
Right.
So I will pass that on regardless. But yeah, I'd love to get Laurie if you want to let Mort in as well.
Well, if Cooper Johns is busy, let me know.
Yep, we'll do.
Tackle 4, our halves conundrum.
How do you fit them all in?
Crazy that we're even having this conversation.
Yeah.
Considering how Lady Gaga shallows we've been for such a long time. That we have 4.
We're Adele now, rolling in the deep.
Rolling
for
in
those
the
who were
deep.
listening a few weeks ago.
4 genuine first grade halves ready to go each and every week.
Yeah.
How do you... I got a little stat here. Each would start for their country, right?
Yeah.
Dewey, Lebanon.
Yep.
Fainu, Tonga.
Yep.
Luai, Samoa.
Yep.
Madden, Australia.
Walk up starts. All of them. He's on the cover of Madden 27.
I know, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Seriously, the other 3 are walk-up starts for their country as
Yeah.
in the halves. So how do you fit them all in? What's the game plan here? What does Benji do? What a great problem to have, as we've mentioned before.
Yeah. Well, as you sort of said in the group chat last night, can you play 3 halves?
That was a few bitters deep when I said that.
Yeah. It's an interesting conundrum, isn't it? How do you get them all in there? How do you get them all in? Because Madden's been so clutch since he's come in. We haven't done that meme yet. I don't know if anyone's done it. Maybe the Fanatic might have done. Anyway, just putting Madden's face on a clutch. We should do that if he has another clutch performance.
Oh, like
Just the pedals on the car.
pedals on the car.
Yeah.
Nice.
Always a timeless classic, that one.
He's insanely clutch. He looked phenomenal yesterday again. He just is a out and out half, right? Like
He is good game manager. And it's, this is just testament to the fact that you don't have to come in and start in the NRL when you're like 18, 19 and play all the way through till you're 35, whatever. Like there's nothing wrong. He's a guy who has done what we've sort of said, just fine, I need to do a bit of this. Go and run a team or a couple of teams for a couple of years in reserve grade, learn how to manage a game. He's done that. Now when he's had an opportunity, he's come in not missing a beat, knows what he's doing. He's not learning it on the fly when the spotlight's on him. He knows how to kind of run a game and get a team around a park. And we're so lucky that we've had him back in the squad this year because obviously finally he's coming back from a bit of an injury and whatever as well. And this has been an issue in the past. The default would be just put Appy at 7, disrupt the rest of the team. Don't have to do that now. He's been unbelievable.
he has. He's coincidentally born in March 2000. He's the same age as the West Tigers.
Wow.
So lives and breathes orange, black and white. Look, the Warriors had this same conundrum with Metcalf coming back, right? And Luai sounds like he might be back this week. He's confident.
Benji says no.
Benji says no.
Yeah. I don't want to rush him back.
Well, you wouldn't. Like, you don't change a winning formula, right?
He may never come back.
Just remember, we do need to remember though, when Luai and Dewey played together, we put 44 on the Cowboys.
That was very
good. So, it's a lot of Tristan around here, a lot of hope around. Just a nice even halves rotation. Maybe we had the luxury of resting superstars at some point when we were locked in the top 8. Like, just a wild thought.
Getting close to that, aren't we?
We are.
being entrenched in there.
What about Latu Fainu coming out this week saying, I don't mind what position I play. I love being here, and I'll always say that because it's true. Benji's done a lot for me, so I'm giving anything and putting everything together just to give back to him.
How good?
Oh, that's what you want to hear.
Where's the nearest brick wall?
Yep.
Love it.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It is. And he came out and played a bit of centre on the weekend.
Yeah.
Threw everyone out to the wing.
Yep.
Yeah, great player. Plenty of energy. Brought a bit of impact when he came on. Great to see that's his approach as well. He's not sooking up, going, I should be starting, blah, blah, blah. Nah. This is the kind of the vibe around the joint at the moment, which is good.
It's awesome. Someone else who thought they should be a half for the West Tigers went somewhere else has completely ruined the club.
That's going well.
You love to see it. Congrats to South Sydney. We won't name the team we're talking about, but congrats to South Sydney on Good Friday,
Yeah,
Matty.
great Friday for you, Matty.
Yeah, great Friday. Good that Jamie Humphries was the best halfback on the field.
Oh, there was only one halfback on the field, wasn't there?
Nah.
Speaking of shitty, whingy halfbacks, you were just talking about sooking.
Yeah.
We've got a halves conundrum. Parramatta have a halves conundrum too.
Yep.
Pezzett injured, and their other halfback seems to be signing up for daycare this year, the amount of time he's whingy. Because that
Great meme by West Tigers with the baby crying behind
Brian
Brian
Griffin.
Griffin and putting Mitch Moses' face on it. Just so quick, so relevant, so timely.
Yep.
In fact, when we were walking after the game back to the station and into the pub, some Eels fan goes, "What was that penalty for at the end, Dammy?"
Oh, yeah.
And I said, "I think it was for Mitch Moses being a sook," which I stand by. Honestly, if you want to be a ref, retire and become a ref. Get out of their face. Yesterday, it was outright. Every stoppage, he was up in their face telling them how to do their job.
It was honestly embarrassing.
Yeah.
More embarrassing than those two flogs in the front row. It was like, even when he got hit high at the end, like, yeah, it's a penalty, but he's carry on. He walks off and rubs his chin. Like, he's just an embarrassing individual. And love him in a Blues jersey. Like, don't get me wrong, I love him in a Blues jersey. And I said that repetitively yesterday to the Parra fans around me.
Yeah.
Hate him in a Parra jersey.
Oh yeah.
And now I don't know if you've seen this screenshot.
I've seen the image talk us through the image in the run sheet that you've thrown.
There's an image in the run sheet that I've thrown in. It looks a lot like Mitchell Moses doing a tiger claw to the Tigers fans at some point during the game yesterday.
Yeah.
You saw it, Matty? On telly?
No. I saw someone post it.
Oh, okay. That is
Yeah.
so sweet.
Yep.
If he did that,
Warms the heart.
trying to rev us up. The way he carried on when he kicked that penalty goal, the way he carried on
yeah.
when he thought he kicked that field goal.
Yep.
For
I thought
him-
he kicked it too, to be honest.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, really felt like he did.
Yeah.
Just how sad he'd feel today makes, and then it just makes me happy.
Yeah. Me too. He was carrying on. He was really grinding my gears yesterday, which I suppose is what you want as a leader of your club.
Yep.
You want them, antagonising the hell out of the opposition fans. And he was definitely doing that to me yesterday. I was very annoyed.
It'd be interesting to hear what Parra fans had to say about it. How'd it look as a neutral, Matty?
Oh no,
watching?
it was a tough watch. Yeah, it was kind of got to a point where, like, come on, mate, like, just get out of his face. I love Mitch Moses. He's one of my favorite players, but yeah, it was a bit of a tough watch. But I think Parra fans would love it. No matter how grubby, I know Mitch Moses isn't a grub. This is just an example, but no matter how, I love Cody Walker. And I love that he pisses other fans off.
Yeah.
I loved Isaac Luke back in the day, even though he'd cannonball people every week. I think Eels fans, rightfully so, should love him because he's so passionate and he wears his heart on his sleeve. But yeah, he took it too far yesterday for sure.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You mentioned, obviously, Moses revving up other fans and being a whinger. And you think about James Tedesco as well. One of the worst in the game. Both ex-Tigers. Can't remember him doing it.
Do you reckon he's I don't associate him as much with the...
I mean, he doesn't look as wingy
Nah, he
when
does.
he does it, but he
does.
talks to the refs a lot.
He talks to them way too much. And I probably notice it more because it's Roosters and Souths, but he's a shocker. But he's not as animated as Moses.
Yeah.
Moses is more of a whinger.
Not as sooky, yeah.
Yeah.
Moses is very angry.
Yeah.
Him and Gutho, when you had the little 1-2 punch of the Eels, the Eels were always the just let the refs ref.
We don't really have anyone in the Tiger squad, do we?
Nah. Cool, calm, collected. We've got, Appy and Jerome, but they do it respectfully.
And then the PE teacher on the sidelines in his crisp
How good's
white
the PE
polo,
teacher
in his
looking
Hutchie
yesterday?
polo. Such a nice polo, that crisp white one.
Yeah, he wears it well.
Put that in the shopping list, I reckon.
Absolutely.
Tackle 5, rightful place in the six again. Reggie's wrap. First win in New South Wales Cup. We're just going to focus on New South Wales Cup today.
Get around us.
I'll tell you why. You want to play three halves? Let's play two fullbacks. Dream Baller and Jock. Jock scored 5 tries in 4 games.
Wow.
He is a freak. Another great get from the Penrith Panthers.
Yep.
Plucking them from the juniors, as we're famous for.
Yes.
Grabbing players while they're young. 5 tries in 4 games. Solomon Sekuru got another double. He had a double last week. This is the guy that I was saying the boom rookies fellas had big raps on, but he probably hasn't had as many mentions as your Macassini's kind of thing. Tony Sukar apparently had a blinder.
Yes.
Scored a try
Good
as well.
player, Tony.
Mariana Trench style player.
Yeah, he is.
Javon Andrews. I don't know if you've seen it. There's a clip.
I haven't seen the clip.
Oh, mate, the fattest left foot step
Really?
you've ever seen, and then straight through for a try.
We love that.
Like
He's a good player.
Benji Marshall style. So all that plus Patrick Herbert man of the match.
How good.
2 try assists. Apparently had the ball on a string. Couple of kicks.
You
couple
definitely love to
passes.
see that.
Stafford Toa played as well.
Okay.
So think about that for this week against the Knights.
Yep.
There are 2, because Taruva can go to the wing.
Yep.
Right? He's been playing centre and he's been doing a damn fine job, by the way. But we have Pat Herbert and Startoa there ready and available.
Means Macassini can go to the wing.
And it means Macassini can go to the wing. What do you reckon? Do you
Well,
think
I would love that. It feels like they're really set on him just like playing centre and just like, we want you to play centre, get your reps up there. I feel like we're doing him a bit of a disservice. I love, have a look at how well he went in the preseason. He was just storming. Like he ran over the top of the best defensive fullback in the comp. Give him some space. Take it, take the pressure and the decision making of the defense off him a little bit.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, but I don't think they're going to rush to bring guys into a lot of disruption. Then if you go, we're bringing 2 centers in, 2 people going back out to the wing. Like there's a lot of things happening there. Maybe they just go with one. Maybe it's Taruva. They slip back out to the wing, but we'll have to wait and see. But it's good to hear that they're both playing well at least. I got a lot of time for Pat Herbert. I think he defends really well, and the 2 try assists there as well. That's good to see. He's got on both sides of the ball, really bringing his best.
Yeah, I mean, again, great problem to have because Tino Tavana looked phenomenal yesterday too.
Yeah.
That aerial threat that he brings, which we haven't had like ever, really.
Yeah.
Maybe Paddy Richards days just because he was tall, but like
He was unbelievable.
yeah.
And I loved actually seeing that yesterday. When we got to the 5th play, quite often in their red zone, even if it was just going back down the short side, Madden would just go, stop, I'm turn there, bang, I'm just putting it into there was a plan.
You see that for like your Xavier Coates, right?
Yes.
Like where they just go, hey,
Yep.
Daniel Tupu. They go, we may as well just kick to him like having a red zone aerial threat
Yeah.
adds another dimension because red zone's somewhere where we've lacked
Yeah,
a
it
little
is.
bit of oomph.
And I think what we've done a lot in the red zone is just like go side to side, pass
Yep.
it around. What are we doing?
Brother.
Here? At least they're like, it's the 5th tackle.
Yep.
We're going to set up and kick it there. I like the clarity and just and that's just testament to Jock Madden as well, kind
Yep.
of, steering that
Taking
around.
control. Yeah, he scored a try, obviously, and an absolute blinder at that.
Yep.
He drew a penalty or maybe even 2 from escorts and blockages. So, yeah, just great to see how much depth we've got in that back line now. Like to have Paddy Herbert, Sakuru, Stafford Toa, Skelton, all these guys who would make a first-grade back line on their own.
Yep.
Not finding their way into the team is amazing to see. But yeah, Reggie's wrap, 30-24 winners over Parramatta Eels, now sitting in 11th.
Nice.
So
Good stuff.
on the up.
So that's a bit of a wrap on the Reggies and obviously the Parra game. We've taken matters into our own Parra this week. We've got the win there. So we have a look ahead, to next week. We're going to do a bit more of a preview of the game after raw emotion. But for tackle 6, I don't know if you've seen me drop it into the run sheet here.
I did. I saw you type it in.
Yes,
In a live document.
that's right. What's new in the castle? Nilso, friend of the show.
Yep.
We were trying to get him on this morning. If it was going to be a Monday morning record, he was a bit more of a chance, but he's on fiery. He was on shift, so he couldn't get out of it this morning to come and join us on here.
Next Monday?
Maybe.
Any shout?
Maybe after the Knights game, but I don't know if you've seen the challenge that he does where every point that the Knights lost by last year, he would run a kilometre.
Yes, I did see that.
He'd get out.
They lost
and
by about 60 in the final week, didn't they?
the poor bloke. But he stuck to it the whole season and he got around it. And a few people have kind of taken him on this year. And I sort of, reached out to him and said, listen, it's a top 4 clash. It's going to be a nail bite. It should be a tight game. So hopefully not too many kilometres on the line either way anyhow. But any interest in us taking you on? I didn't consult you about this, so feel free to not do it. But I am keen to. Would you do it?
Depends what the challenge is.
So it's just the running.
Okay.
So a kilometre for every point that the loser loses by.
Well, I don't think we're going to lose. So
Learn by. Sorry.
yep.
Neither do I.
So he'll be running 13 plus kilometres.
13 plus kilometres.
Yeah, I'm happy to take that on.
Strap in.
I haven't run in probably 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
Bit of a swimmer.
Yep. You want to swim kilometres for every
Not kilometres. Maybe whatever the equivalent is. What is it?
kilometre. Same unit of.
Sound like Marcelo Montoya when he was like
Yeah.
getting a bit confused.
Yeah.
Happy to take it on.
Yeah,
mate.
nice.
Yeah,
So watch this. Hopefully we'll get him on in some sort of response way. But what's new in the castle? We're going to take you on this week. Giddy up, go Tigers. We'll see you out at the we'll see you out at the 9th.
Looking forward to it. Challenge is on. Speaking of challenges, Flaxy, look, seems like a nice guy, but doing the I'm not cutting my hair until Penrith win 5 in a row and they could be the greatest rugby league team of all time is just a bit. Because the Man United one makes sense, right? Former glory hunters, now strugglers.
Also, 3 results. Win, there's
Yep.
you're not going to have a
win,
draw
learn,
in
draw.
rugby league. Yeah.
Win, learn,
or
draw.
draw.
Yeah. Mate, credit to you, Flaxy, for making a little bit of a movement, but that's not that brave.
Also, sort of been done. At the moment, the Man United guy owns it. His hair's out here.
Yeah.
You're not going to top that.
Yeah.
It's,
And he's getting sledged by Wayne Rooney. It's bloody awesome.
Yeah.
It's
Is
mad.
he?
Yeah.
Flaxy?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I was about to say, and not to gas you up on your own podcast, but if Luai and Dewey didn't get injured a few weeks ago, you'd probably be going for 5 in a row this week.
Quite possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Luai going down that late in that game hurt. If you count trials and buys,
Which I do.
which we
personally.
do, we've won 6 games this year.
Yeah. Get around us.
and learned once.
Yep.
We might have to change the name of the podcast.
Contentious learn as
Honestly.
well, to be honest.
Let's go for a little break because coming up after, can't wait for this top 05, Hammy.
Yep.
What are you going to?
Are we doing the break?
Yeah, let's do the break.
Yep.
All right, there's the break.
Yep, there's break.
Okay.
Welcome back. So top 05. We spoke in the orange room and I sort of said, was I supposed to do a top 05? And you said, yep. And I went, okay, sweet. Haven't prepared one. So I'll do it next week. My apologies. Might do the best back rower pairings.
Yeah, nice. I mean, we've been getting a lot of good suggestions.
Yeah.
The issue is that a top 05 takes a long time to prepare. Because if it's dude, top 05 West Tigers comebacks, you got to trawl through years and years and years of West Tigers games to whip that up. If anyone out there wants to write a top, if you've got an idea for a top 05, fantastic. But if you've got some top 05 you want us to talk about,
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a good way to put yourself in the discussion to become an immortal?
That's a very good point.
Don't want to jump the gun, but that's one to think about. But yes, I'll do one next week. No dramas. My apologies. That one sort of slipped through, but plenty to talk about this week anyway. Off the back of a famous teaching out there at Combank.
We're giving everyone 15 minutes back in their day. So
You're welcome.
with that, please go and look at Rugby League Project and try and drum up a
some
top 05
homework.
of your own.
Yeah. Speaking of us teaching yesterday, even though it's pretty much always played at the same venue, the last 8 away sides have now won the Eels Tigers fixture. And we were listed as the away side yesterday, got the win. So the last 8 games, the away team has won.
Speaking of away, the Tigers' chants were loud and proud yesterday, as they always are when we're away from home. Because
Yep.
we do really
We travel.
well.
Us Tigers fans travel. That's
We
what
do everything. We do it all.
Yep.
Swiss Army knives. How cringe were the fake Parra chants going over the speakers? It's not a ground announcer. It's literally fake crowd going Parra, Parra. And then they turned it off and no one was chanting. And they accidentally turned it on again, but very quiet. And I was like, Parra. I'm like, well, this place.
They do that at Allianz for Roosters as well. It's shocking.
Does not surprise me.
Yeah, it's
Build the
shocking.
Bondi Wall. Yeah, very, very, very cringe happenings yesterday.
Yes.
Between Mitch Moses, those two Wallies in the front row, and the fake chance, I'm so glad we walked away with the 2 points.
Just a quick one, and I'm putting you on the spot here.
Yeah.
What's your favourite ever Easter Monday win?
The Pat Richards chip down the left wing for me. I think we won it was a dreary affair, like maybe 12-6 or something like that. He was getting tackled and he chipped for himself.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember.
man.
Yeah.
That was good.
Maybe like 10 years ago.
Jackson Hastings wasn't bad, the field
That was
goal.
great.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yesterday was pretty bloody good. to be honest
Yesterday
with you.
is probably number one now.
Yeah.
I think just all things considered, spew seats, birthday, Easter Monday.
That could be a top 05 in a year's time.
Yes, I like that. We're getting ahead of the game. I like that. Let's take that one on notice. All right, should we get into some raw emotion?
Let's do it.
Raw
How do you-
emotion. If you're new to the show, ROAR spelt that way because that's the noise a tiger makes. Raw emotion. Want to get it as soon as the game finishes. Your thoughts on the game. You send us a voice note on Instagram. We play the best ones every week. We've got a lot of exciting messages this week.
Now, you've written ROAR here.
Yeah.
It's but raw emotion.
Oh yeah, no, yes. So to reiterate, raw is obviously the vibe we're going for, but raw is the noise that a tiger makes. So that's how it kind of synergizes into the show. Are you getting it?
Oh, I
Makes sense?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Just speaking of new listeners to the show, we've seen a considerate amount of growth
Yes.
this year, which is so
Eric
good.
growth.
So, bit of Eric this year, which is great to see. Please share the love. Like,
Yeah.
if you know a Tigers fan, share them the potty. Guy I sat 3 or 4 seats down from yesterday, I said, pointed to my hat and said, listen to this tomorrow. You'll love it, mate. And he goes, let me take a photo. So someone's got a photo of me
Oh, nice.
with my hat on. But yeah, share the love.
Yeah.
Spread it amongst your Tigers fans, non-Tigers fans. Like, we are on an ascension in parallel to the West Tigers this year.
That's right. Get on board.
Almost 4,000 Instagram followers. Maybe by the time this is posted, we got it.
I hope so.
Again, share that love. Subscribe on YouTube as well. 'cause,
Yes. Write us a review. We haven't done a call out for those for a while on the podcast thing.
If you made it this far,
5-star review as well at that.
yeah, has to be 05 star.
Yep. Good stuff. Completely agree. Well said. 3991 we're sitting on at the moment on Instagram. So
Wow.
looking
9
forward
more.
to-
09 more.
09 more. Let's go. 09 not a bad year for the club as well.
Yeah, that was on the up.
Yep.
Right on cars.
Good times. All right, so raw emotion. Let's get into a couple of these ones. We've got some. Do we start maybe with Reece Smith, Reece Fainu today? I haven't listened to this one yet. It's come in 2 hours ago.
He rarely gets the new ball.
He rarely does. I just wonder whether it's worth giving. I mean, he'll have plenty to say after yesterday. He was trying to come down for the game, had to work. Sadly, he was with his mate Matty,
Mikey.
My apologies. He was
Zap,
with
zap.
Mikey,
Yep.
but
Jeez, that would have been good.
because Mikey's a big Eels fan.
Big
isn't he?
Eels fan.
So cop that, Mikey.
Zap, zap.
Zap, zap, exactly. All right, let's listen to what Reece, the first immortal Smith, had to say about yesterday.
Can someone please check on Peter cough this morning, please? I want to know how much blood come out of his ears last night in the change room after the 80 minutes. I want to know how much blood is still coming out this morning for the poor fella. Because Mitchell Moses could speak Indonesian with a mouthful of marbles underneath the Mariana Trench. Holy shit, the man can talk. Fuck, mate, you just got smoked by the tiggies. Take your licks. Take your licks, Fred. We're doing this without all our throbbers. Our hard penises are out right now. Taylor May, hard penis, out. Luai, erect penis, out. Everyone else, just throbbers. Oh, we are winning the fucking car. And a minute.
Oh,
Yeah,
a minute
good.
too.
And a minute. Hey, you saw the note. Keep him to about a minute, which we love.
A absolute banger from Schmitty, as always.
And some good points well made.
Some good points well made. And the Schmitty tech list with the word throbbers thrown in. A growl at the end.
Erection.
talk.
Yeah.
Something about hard penises.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Your Reece Smith bingo card will have been well ticked off today.
But I like that he threw in a little extra. Speaking Indonesian with a mouthful of marbles. That's unreal.
under the Mariana
Really, a real
Trench.
theatre of the mind sort of experience as to how much talking Mitch Moses was doing yesterday, which I thoroughly enjoyed. All right, we're going to go to now
Well done,
to
Schmitty.
Stubbo.
Oh,
He's obviously a great contributor to the show, always kind of firing away. Haven't been able to squeeze him in the last few weeks, but he had a little bit of he was there for the Reggies at the start of the game. And then he was up and about for the boys after the game as well. He made a big day of it yesterday. So over to you, Stubbo.
Boys, the Combank Centre of Communications has delivered a learning to the Parramatta Eels. Mitch Moses is a cuck. He doesn't like the learnings. But you know what? The Tigers like the winnings.
we
We're
do.
going to get the win. Rubber the green. We got it. Who cares?
True.
It was 50-50 in the call from the ref, who was also maybe a bit of a nuisance. Let's say that. We've got the dub. We won. We didn't learn. On to next week. Stubbo was a happy fucking man. Let's go, the fucking Tigers.
Oh, he's a good growler. I'll give him that.
I've always said that about Stubbo. Yeah.
Yeah, some good points. Very interesting, and I felt this yesterday, and I think we chatted about it post game. The rubber the green stuff, like traditionally, again, you know, we don't win those 50-50 high balls. We don't win the short dropouts. We don't win the kickoffs. We rarely get the rubber the green. Yesterday, a few things did definitely went our way.
Yeah.
There was a pretty obvious strip, as Maddie and I were talking about pre-show, in the orange room that we got away with and scored off the back of that.
Yeah. We'll take them. As Campy always says, though, the good teams, you know, they earn the rubber the green, and you know the premiership threats such
Top
as us.
4 teams, yeah.
We're a top 4 team, so if we get
right.
the rubber the green, that's why.
Yep.
That's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. Always has, always will.
And Parramatta are 14th. That's not good.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's really not good.
Yeah.
And we're second.
Second. Yeah.
There you go.
Checks out.
We're a good
doesn't it?
team. They're a bad team.
Yeah, and you wonder why we get the rubber the green. Anyway, we'll keep moving. Ben John, he has an injury update, and for some reason I put an elephant emoji here. Don't know what I was thinking there. I
Dress
guess
the
we'll find out.
elephant in the
I guess we'll find out.
Hey lads, Ben from Nobbies here. Excuse the voice, coming off a triple header on the weekend on the Gold Coast, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday night on the Tins. But
Feel you, brother.
just sitting here watching Braith and Gordy on NRL 360 and the injury report has come through. Madden out for 6 to 8 with a rare case of fucking elephantitis. How's the plums on the man? Absolute gigantuous things. Gigantuous. We're winning the comp. We're winning the comp.
Gigantuous.
Elephantitis and the plums.
Well, I guess that explains the elephant emoji. That's great stuff from Ben John. 6 to 8 with elephantitis. Might have him all season, to be honest. Might be a season-long one. He's just got to manage it week to week.
Sounds like an upgrade on the Jock strap is very necessary at this point in time.
Yeah.
For Big Jock.
Triple XL, just to let him breathe a little bit.
Yeah,
in there.
elephantitis of the plums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, another thing that we haven't really seen come through the injury ward at the Tigers for quite a long time. So glad to have it back.
Yeah.
Probably haven't seen it since Benji played, to be honest. So
Yep.
happy days.
That's right.
I mean, sad to have him out for 6 to 8, but
Yeah,
for a good
I
reason.
think he can manage it week to week. Just play, play with it.
pain injections.
Yeah, that's right. Take away the pain, but leave the swelling. Richie Beno once famously said. All right, over to Tosh, who's got some thoughts as well.
G'day, boys. Raw emotion here. My heart rate has just settled after that game, and the refs tried every fucking thing they could to take that game out of our hands. I'm sitting here getting flashbacks to Tigers Souths. towards the end to Tigers Cowboys when they robbed us. Everything was going wrong from that stupid fucking sin bin. But ball don't lie. Ball don't lie, and the Tigers get the most fucking deserved 2 points I've ever seen in my life. Come on, the Tigers. Wow.
How about that one at the end?
Like a pig, tiger pig.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
No pig emoji accompanying that.
No pig emoji there. No emoji. It did say wait for the noise at the end though in my notes.
Okay, so maybe to what? A triple header on the Gold Coast. We might let that one pass.
Yeah.
Tosh, some really good points. Well made.
Yep.
As per, but maybe work on the growl.
Yeah.
forward.
Casey Grimes. Over
Grimy.
to Casey.
Old Grimy. How is old Grimy?
Yeah, good. Doesn't need safety gloves because he's Homer Simpson. All right. All right, over to Grimy.
Mitchell Moses, you whinging little cat! Go Madden, build a man a statue!
He has followed up. Hopefully, whinging little cat sounds enough like cat and not whinging little.
I was gonna tell Matty to hit the dump button, but it was cat, was
he
it?
He clarified there, cat.
Well done.
Yeah, well done.
Grimy. Change the channel, Mark.
Yes.
Oh, that's
I believe
good
Grimy
stuff.
lives below a bowling alley. You know? Bowling alley.
That's about as raw as it gets. Love that from Grimy.
Right up and about. Now, speaking of raw as it gets, to bring us home today, Uncle Drillsy, the second immortal. Immortal, sorry.
Haven't heard from him in a while.
No, we haven't. I was sort of wondering, is everything all good? 10:21 p.m. yesterday, this one came through.
Very
Go
good.
over to you, Backfence Brown.
It's taken me 4 hours to calm myself down. I'm currently in Portland, home of Willie Mason's dad and Craig Bellamy, I guess. I don't really care about that guy. I'm having to sit outside to do this. It's 10 degrees. The whole house is asleep. You boys are going to get some raw emotions coming in about the game, about the absolute to the death that was. I'm going to hit you something else here. I cannot hear another Parramatta Eels fan have a go at the refs. When I saw at least 5 times Mitchell Moses patted the fucking ref
Yeah, he touched
on
him.
the back.
Lots.
There's got to be an investigation.
Yep.
Mate, the Sabage does that. He gets 5 weeks. I thought we couldn't touch the refs. What's going on here? Thank God for our boat, the Sabage. Sorry, that's best of all time, the boat. Turned the tide. Came off field. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Benji's really got him working for that last 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure I heard Benji and Appy say in the press conference, he's one of the leaders of the team.
He did say that.
And why wouldn't you be? With hair that red, it's hard not to spot and see him working hard. 2040 West Tigers, till I die, let's bloody go. All aboard the Sabage. Top 4 battle next week. Knights, Tigers, one stays, one goes. Fight to the death. Let's bloody go.
Good hustle, Backfence Brown. So good points well made. A lot of touching of the ref yesterday, wasn't there?
There was. It's not the Premier League. Like it's not soccer / football.
No.
Like, you can't be touching the ref like that.
No.
And he's got a good point. If someone else did that, a big rangy forward with red hair who is the boat, he probably does get a week if he touches the ref.
Yes.
So investigation warranted.
Yep.
What do you reckon, Matty? You're not allowed to touch the ref.
I reckon people have started to get away with it lately. I've seen it a few times, but I remember back in the day, I remember Frizzell got suspended because he like brushed past the ref and like kind of like went like that.
Yep.
So they've kind of relaxed on it a little bit, but it felt like Moses.
Yeah, in that sense, where it's deliberately coming up and like
Yeah.
touching the ref to get his
He should at least
attention.
get a fine or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Pay it straight to Winlearn or Draw bank account if possible.
Yeah.
He said he was in Portland, right?
Yeah.
Which, from my quick research, looks like it's in Victoria. Near Mount Gambier, kind of over that way in South Australia. Long, long way away.
Can't be there, can he? Didn't he say it was where Willie Mason's dad and Craig Bellamy were born?
Yeah, that's like northwest, isn't it?
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I thought it might be this place because the first photo of Portland is 2 big say barges.
Oh, is it? Chugga.
Chugga.
Yeah, well, wherever you are, hope you're going okay.
Love the ambience there with the crickets in the background.
It was nice,
too.
wasn't it?
Yeah, very
Nice little
nice.
change of
Nice
pace.
and soothing.
That's all we'll get time for today.
Sorry, Portland is out near Lithgow. So it's just
There you go.
west.
Portland.
Yep.
Yep. You know what he said?
Oh, New South Wales. I looked at Portland, Victoria.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
Way more sense.
Yep.
Yep. Anyway,
random. And I know before we get the Eels game, my mate Nick, who's a huge Eels fan, texted me unprompted. I literally woke up at 3 a.m. thinking about the loss yesterday.
Yeah. Lesson. That would have been tough for Eels fans. I know we watched or listened to the video of the Cumberland throw. Just pre
taking
show.
it well.
Yeah, that would have been tough to take on as Parra fans. So
yes,
thinking of your mate, thinking of Jonesy as well, who joined us.
Of course, a great man,
one of the nice guys. Let's go for one more break, and then we'll have a look forward to the blockbuster Sunday Arvo at the Graveyard. Nice. And there are ads on YouTube now.
There are. So you can slot them in nice. You can see, look for the little spike in audio and you can slip them, we can slip them in there, which is nice. So,
Hammy was very excited to tell me last week that the ads had made it to YouTube.
Yeah. You're welcome, folks.
Well done, everyone. We had to go through a rigorous monetization process. Bit of Genesis Owusu in between win, learn, or draw for you.
Hey, before we just wrap the show, if you got on Raw Emotion today, you're getting a double pass to the game on the weekend out at the 9th. Thank you to Langy and the team for flicking a few of those over last night. We've got a few more to give away as well. We might have a think about how we do that through the week. Keep your eye on the Win, Learn or Draw Instagram page.
Yep.
There'll probably be some ways to get a hold of those, whether they're, we did some comment stuff a couple of weeks ago or,
Yep.
But yeah, just keep watching. And there might even be a few honorable mentions who didn't quite make the cut on Raw Emotion today because we ran out of time. But I'm talking your Jez Mangs of the world might slip you a double pass as well. So yes, keep watching the socials. We've got a few more to give away, 10 double passes to give away.
We do. Thanks to the club for sorting us out with them, and obviously we want to pass on these kind of things to the students because you guys deserve it as loyal listeners and watchers of the content. We also want to find out on our story yesterday. We had Hammy Cam going because obviously you couldn't quite fit in where the spew spot was.
Yes.
So I was filming you kind of getting some reactions, a couple of tiger claws from across the pond. There was some legend in a Tigers jersey who was getting very up and about.
Yes. In the old Balmain retro one.
Yes. So if we can identify that fella.
Yeah, but you've got a double pass as well.
You 100% have a double pass.
You probably already got one.
To Graveyard.
You're such a legend, but yeah.
He's probably giving him away too.
Yeah.
So yes, top 4 clash with the Newcastle Knights at Campbelltown College. First time at Campbelltown this year.
Yep.
We know the win record there is not good.
Not great
for the West Tigers.
A lot of learning there over the years.
Like Campbelltown College, one of the
great
premier educational
facilities
of New South Wales.
Yeah.
That said, that is a bygone era of the Tigers. In this new era, we're $1.60 favourites, $1.68.
Terrifies me.
Yeah, we don't like that. And I feel like we should be, perhaps even heavier.
Wow.
If it was at Leichhardt, I think we'd be around the $1.50 mark.
Knights have been playing some good footy though, I will say. Very impressive so far this season.
Who'd they play on the weekend?
The Raiders.
The Raiders are so poo.
Right now, yes, they are.
What was the score?
Oh, they pumped them 32-12.
Fair income. All right. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it is going to be a good game.
Yeah, it will be a good game. Game of the, as you said in the Orange Room, Matty, probably the game of the round.
I think it is. I think there's no doubt it's the game of the round because the only game of the round I could have thought of was the Queensland Derby.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys are average and Broncos have half their team out, so nope, that's gone.
Yep.
Every other game is meh. This is the game of the round. Plus, it's on Sunday Arvo.
Yeah. Sunday Arvo footy. Oh, the 2 p.m. slot's back too.
And it follows Eels versus Titans, and that is just so stinky.
Brian Kelly Cup.
God, that sucks.
Yeah, nice.
So just a cracker game to follow Eels Titans.
Hopefully we see the Titans win that and then the Tigers win. That would really brighten up my Sunday. Sharks Roosters will be a pretty good game, I would assume, as well.
Yeah, see, I don't even look at Roosters games. So that's probably my bias coming out a little bit.
Strike it from the record because it's at Shark Park as well. The worst team at the worst ground. Yeah. Knights have won 4 of their last 5 against the Tigers, but records are there to be broken.
Including last year at Combank, 10-8 in a bit of a slinger.
At Campbelltown College, that was a proper slinger. Now you won't be there.
Can't be there, sadly. I'll be back out there the following week though when we take on the Brisbane Broncos in the Deloise Hoytier Cup.
Yeah, true. So we're doing a bit of a tag team effort on Campbelltown College over the next 2 weeks. I'll be there this Sunday. You'll be there next Saturday. Prediction for the Knights game?
Tigers 13+.
Very good. Matty?
Tigers 13+.
I'm going to go Tigers 1-12. No, wait, I'll go. And that'll do us for today. We're going to have to.
Top 2, here we come. I think
Top 2, here we come.